If you're a heating air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, why is it okay for you to make fun of your imperfections? And why does it matter? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Honolulu, Oahu, on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, here's what you need to know. If you hang around with me, if you watch live videos with me, if you're ever at an event with me, I make fun of myself in a very meaningful way. This is what I say. I say, hey, on average, I make 4 mistakes a day. I make 4 mistakes a day. On mistake number 4, I go home and I take a nap, right? I don't have to be perfect, right? I tell people flat out, if you're looking for perfection from me when it comes to spelling, grammar, punctuation, I'm the wrong dude. If you want my help closing a deal, if you want my help with business strategies, you want my help with marketing strategies, I will raise my hand. But by no means am I perfect, right? I don't ever want somebody to take this expectation that I meet with them and sit down with them and I'm like, all right, here's what we're gonna do, here's how everything is gonna go, and everything's gonna be perfect, because here's the thing. I make mistakes and you make mistakes, right? Like, look, you can see right here, the sun's like coming across the back of my camera. Like some people would freak out and be like, I'm gonna reshoot that video. I'm like, no, I'm gonna celebrate that you know that I'm really truly live. Like, right, I can move my camera around. I'm really truly live out here. I'm really truly live out here in Honolulu, on the other side of, that's Waikiki, right? So celebrate the mistakes. And so when you talk with your clients, you say, hey, look, I do everything I can to mitigate risk. I do everything I can to mitigate problems. I do everything I can to not make mistakes. But if by chance I do make a mistake, will you give me the opportunity to fix it, right? Set that agenda from the beginning, because like, here's what's gonna happen. On your worst day, on your office's worst day, on your installer's worst day, on your team's worst day, on your implementation team's worst day, something is going to go wrong, right? And your client is going to come back and go, but you gave me the impression that everything was going to be perfect. Like, hey, I try everything I can to make everything go as smoothly as possible, but here's what I need from you. If something does go wrong, will you contact me and let me try to fix it for you, instead of going to Google and writing a bad review, instead of going to Yelp and writing a bad review, instead of calling the competition and hiring them. Give me the opportunity to fix it, because I'm not perfect. On average, I make 4 mistakes a day. Give me the opportunity. Can you do that? And sometimes you'll have people go, no, I expect perfection. Like, well, now you know the expectation. And people are like, ha ha ha, so funny, you're a human being. I make on average 5 mistakes a day, and you gotta laugh. And this is why you should join my email list, right? There's a URL, like right here, it's gonna pop up. You should go there, type it into a browser, and then what will happen is they'll send you to this place where you can put in your name and your email address, and I'll send you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So you can take my content and say, hey, I know this Scott Sylvan Bell dude. I've seen some of his videos. He seems like a fun dude. I would love to hang out with him on Oahu, or on Maui, or on the Big Island, or on Kauai. In fact, we should probably do a live event there, right? Fantastic, let's do that, right? But like, you could go and say, hey, in your sales process, put in your word track, I wanna let you know that if by chance I make a mistake, will you give me the opportunity to fix it? That's the perfect time in the timeline. You don't want to have that conversation after something's failed. So you could adopt my word track of like, on average, I make 4 mistakes a day. On number 4, I go home and I take a nap, right? That one's okay to use too. You could say 5, you could say 3, and people usually kind of giggle. Like when I do live coaching and live training, I have to tell people, look, I'm not an accountant, an attorney, a marriage counselor. I'm not a therapist, but I am a taco enthusiast, right? And people usually giggle at that. It's okay for you to have some fun, and it's to be expected. There you go. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, if this is social media, hit follow. And 3, tag and share this with a friend. They're gonna love you for it. They're gonna be like, that Scott Sylvan Bell dude is freaking amazing. I wish I would have found him sooner. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha and mahalo.